Welcome back, everyone, to the Steel Donut Collective. My name is Bob. With me today, I have Blake.
Hey, everybody.
Connor.
Hello there.
Yella.
Good day.
And Matt.
Hey, I'm Matt.
And I don't know what's going on in this story, boys. You want to tell me?
Well, essentially...
Is anything happening?
There's not really any plot going on. Really what we're doing is, it's like, should all but one of the members be tortured, or should we suffer in solidarity,
So this is... We are returning to Crash Bandicoot, the Orgin. This is the final part, so we will be finishing this story off.
Hooray!
I was going to say, doing visual representation, just imagine that time in the vacation vlogs when we're all lying on one big bed together, and then imagine that swinging blade from the Edgar Allan Poe story is coming down to slices in two.
Right. So this is Chapter 4, Crushed.
Crashed?
No.
Bandicooted?
Crashed?
Because he drank himself a sweet crush.
Yes.
What is a bandicoot?
Your world is in imminent danger, Crash.
Your world is in imminent danger, Crash. Aku was pleading to Crash again as Crash poked at a small campfire with a stick. It was night time and the moonlight shone over the small camp. Well, a campfire and a log for a bed.
Fuck would sleep on a log.
Sleep on the fucking ground like
you
a
sleep
normal
like
person.
a log.
What is
You
wrong
don't
with
sleep on a log.
I mean, listen, there's some really nice soft moss on that log.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's a big
Take it off,
rotting,
put it on the ground.
It's still round.
a big rotting tree trunk. You just sink into it.
Yeah.
Or
gross.
maybe you, lay on it sideways, and so it, flexes your back, and so...
Yeah, I guess that could be good.
Just bend over.
I don't know. Or,
No, I mean, that could be
other
good. It could be, it's like a roller thing, like a massage thing.
I don't know if
do
I'd like
some
to sleep
yoga.
like that all night. I think I'd walk all around the rest of my life like that.
No, it definitely helps with your posture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of us who've been hunched over like shrimp at our computer for the last few decades. We need that.
Oh, perfect imagery. I love that.
I love that so much.
Like shrimp.
Okay.
Connor, I fucking love you, man.
That was beautiful.
Aren't you going to help it?
Crash ignored the mask, still poking at the fire.
Damn it, Crash. What is this? Help your world for the love of the gods.
Crash glanced at the mask, then wiped something of his own face.
Okay. Some of his own face, he wiped that on something.
Get that off. I mean, I hate face on my face.
This is the
Yeah,
fastest
dog.
I've hated a main character. Yeah. They got right back into it. Crash learned nothing from last time.
I mean, he seems like a real piece of shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't learn anything, no. Oh.
Yeah, he was real reluctant last time and an asshole, and then nothing changed.
Punched over like shrimp.
Thank you, I'm here all night.
It's so fucking apt.
It's so perfect.
It really is.
I couldn't have asked for a better simile. It's so good. It's not even ironically bad, so bad it's good. It's just a good ass simile.
Yeah, exactly. Like
It's
punched
a
over
really
like a shrimp.
fucking good simile.
DM me for dank observations on the reg. I don't know.
Yeah, Connor's dank philosophy.
Yeah, so.
Oh.
You spit on me, man!
Space. What the fuck?
Comma space?
Yeah, space, comma, space. There was an awkward silence for a long time. Crash broke it.
He broke it for a long time.
Right. Whatever, man. I don't know what that sentence means. I don't care.
I love it when authors are like, there was an awkward silence, and then they're not sure how to end an awkward silence, so they say their characters broke the silence.
I like how when they say there
Yeah.
was an awkward silence for a long time, Crash broke it all in one go.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm getting kind of hungry. Space period you?
How did you
I'm getting kind of
up?
hungry. .u.
Oh man, dude, .u, my new domain.
Yeah,
Check out my
kinda
new
hungry
website.
dot-
I'm getting
yeah.
kind of hungry. .u.
Yeah, you go there and it'll tell you, that it'll ask you that, and then it'll give you some restaurants.
Yeah. Hang on, I wonder if I can actually buy something that's similar to that. I've been buying up domains left and right.
Yeah, Matt actually owns half the internet. He owns all the useless websites.
Yeah. I set up a wiki for my game the other day. While I was at it, I went domain shopping for useless domains.
That really does sound like you, though.
Yeah. No, that's very in character.
It's the Matt I know.
Right?
But actually,
99 cents! Come on!
Yeah.
It's so cheap! I can't help it!
Tell me, what makes one almond so perfect?
It's not perfect. It's bad.
Sorry.
You can't
here.
just say it's bad like that.
Hey, let me just add that to the in-jokes playlist, please. And thank you. Actually, let me just add all of the Jake and Amir videos. We're bound to reference
Yeah,
them at
just
some
put
point.
all of them in there.
Yeah, there we go. Crash glanced at Aku, who stared back.
I don't eat.
Aku
Fair.
said, followed by another awkward silence.
Well, I'm pretty sure I saw some Wumpa orchards back there.
I can't wait to bomb some Dodongos.
yeah.
Crash, my boy, this piece is what all true heroes strive for.
Hey, fuck you, Mask, because I'm an asshole protagonist. Crash told Aku, leaping to his feet.
Be right back.
Crash said, taking a flame-lit stick, some would call it a torch, and walking into the thick jungle.
I'm gonna call all my torches flamelit sticks from now on.
Yeah, flame-lit stick is that's like one of those new metal bands that Connor finds. That the
Oh
world
damn,
forgot.
dude, flamelit stick! I like
Or
that.
Matt. Or if it's like a flashlight, like a torch in that sense, you could call it a lamp-tipped stick.
Ooh, that was pretty good.
Yeah, but no, flame-lit stick. You need to keep an eye out for them. I'm sure they're hiding in some music shop.
Probably.
Yeah.
Walking into the thick jungle.
Come on, Crash. You can do this.
Aku breathed to himself.
Is there any hope?
No.
No. It's fucking done.
I love that we got one paragraph through, and we, as members of the Steel Donut, have had more character growth than the main character of this fucking story.
I mean, especially Matt. I think I'm going to see him like on the cover of Business Insider. It's like, meet the man who owns half the internet.
Yeah.
They love that sort of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Go, 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 go.
And then missing quote, the security androids yelled at Cortex's tower. There had been a break-in, and defenses were giving everything to stop it. Armed with state-of-the-art technology, the androids made it arrest outside a armored double door.
Yeah, of course.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I said, Matt.
A-hole was ripped in the door.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah, they ripped the door a new A-hole.
Yeah.
Nice.
A-hole was ripped in the door as lab equipment and scientists came flipping through. Wait, what? Came flying through shortly after a huge green
Actually,
monster
that's
crashed
flying,
through.
though.
Oh,
Sorry.
shit, you're right.
See, that's the thing. This is actually written a lot worse than Arfie, and you don't expect it. So keep my hilarious joke, but also I'll just restart the thing. A-hole was ripped in the door as lab equipment and scientists came flying, though shortly after a huge green monster crashed through. The monstrosity walked over to androids. The sprinkler system splashed off his deformed green body. His pants were dark blue and torn. He had a large misshaped head. He had a large misshaped head. So it's just the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Slightly resembling the original in Bureau. It screamed,
Cortex!
He screamed, shaking the floor beneath the androids immediately after he lashed out, entirely obliterating several androids with lightning-fast reflexes. The
Oh,
monstrosity
those are
span
lighting
round.
fast.
Yeah,
Oh.
with
God
lightning
damn it.
fast. Holy shit. With lightning-fast reflexes, the monstrosity span round and
Right
span
round,
round
baby.
and smashed another two robots. Bullets erupted from the remaining androids' guns on impact. Bureau absorbed the bullets and grew even bigger, screaming in rage.
I forgot that this author, it's like a 50-50 chance they'll fuck up a word if it's longer than 9
Yeah. Well,
letters.
he fucks up in such small ways, I keep missing it.
Yeah, I really like the way he describes bullets erupting out of guns.
Dude, he'll fuck it up if it's less than one letter.
Yeah, it's
He
like
absorbs the bullets and grows bigger?
the only way I
Yeah.
can think of bullets like
Wad?
erupting from something are like in Tetsuo the Bullet Man.
Dude, wad, span, around, like those aren't even
Lighting fast reflexes.
lighting fast.
Yeah.
Oh well, Matt, if you'll give us a Cortex, we can get back to it.
Cortex!
He jumped, grabbing one of the purple and white humanoids by the neck, raising his arm in a position he could crack his head open.
Dude, don't crack your own head open. That's bad for you.
Yeah, head like a
Yeah,
hole,
what's
you know?
that gonna achieve?
Head like a hole.
There you go.
Coetex! Where Cortex?
Yeah,
What?
Cortex, tell me.
Yeah, Cortex, tell me where Cortex is. And I will not crack my head open at you.
Am I supposed to know what's going on?
No.
Okay.
I mean, Biro hulked out because he was pissed at Cortex, so now he's like going to find
Yeah,
Cortex.
busting
Okay,
down
that's
the
how much
door.
I got, but
Yeah, that's
I was
it. That's all
hoping-
you
Okay,
missed.
then you know everything that there is
I
to
like
know.
how he's threatening to crack his own head open. It's like, you want to see my head come off?
I mean, it's like it's like when you have a suicide squad. They kill themselves at people.
No, what was
Yeah.
at people.
Yeah.
Or oh fuck that thing from Code.
That's
Man.
why they're called
Where he's like,
Squad.
you can't kill me if I kill me.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I wish then we wouldn't have had to sit through Suicide Squad. The movie could have just started with them all just dropping dead. It's like, oh, great. Better than I thought it would be.
Waller, this is actually a really good plan.
Yeah,
But who is
yeah.
stupider? The man threatening to kill himself or the man threatening to kill the man threatening to kill himself?
Yeah.
Ah.
Is that, is
It's
that some sort of like
psychological
philosophical
warfare.
question about Hitler? Or
No, that was from Code Man.
oh,
Oh, of course it was.
Dude, it was such
Bureau-
a great show.
Oh my God! Biro growled his muscles, flexing the android's eyes flashed bright red.
How did he do that?
This
Very
is a no
careful.
flex zone.
Because there's no commas, it sounds like he growled his muscles and then flexed the android's eyes, and then he
Yeah.
flashed bright red.
Yeah.
Damn.
As you do.
Like, imagine
Biro
that.
growled his muscles, comma, flexing the android's eyes, comma, flashed bright red.
A big
comma.
man-made waterfall.
Yeah, I
Poured
shit
in
you
the
not. I was
corner.
thinking about that in the shower just the other day, and I was like, a big man made water fall.
Yeah.
I've said it that way so many times that I, for a moment, forgot that it was supposed to be a big man-made waterfall.
Yeah.
It's the perfect mistake.
It's like everything he did, he just took. I want to write a puzzle like that for like D&D. Like imagine like you get this, like you open this ancient tome and you read it, and it's like if you read it one way without spaces, it looks like it's saying one thing, and then you add spaces in the wrong places and it says something completely different, which is the correct answer.
Wait, so it's literally speak friend and enter.
Yeah, exactly.
From
That
Lord
kind
of the
of
Rings.
thing.
Except it's actually way better.
Yeah, it's way better because it's like,
Well, how the fuck
A
did
big
Gandalf not
man.
figure that out? Gandalf's like 1,000,000 years old. He can't figure out the simple ass puzzle.
yeah, a big man made water fall. Dr. Cortex is overseeing the construction of his new space station.
Oh, he's so over it.
He's over there using his eyes.
Yeah, I
He's
was
over
gonna
it,
say
man.
when you
He's
space
completely
overseeing,
over.
It just sounds like he's over there seeing it. Like, yeah,
If you're over something, that means you're like, nope,
You're
done
done
with
with it.
interested. So he's,
Dr.
he's
over-
done
Cortex
seeing
is so overseeing the construction of
yeah,
his new
he's done
space
seeing
station.
that shit. He's like, I'm
He's done. He's like, fuck. I mean, how long is this tour gonna take? I want to use the space station before I die.
Yeah.
The mechanical voice said, the mechanical voice said,
Well, I mean, he is about to, like, get destroyed, so I
Yeah.
can see that.
Oh,
oh, it's Brio.
yeah. Sorry. Where?
Brio demanded, but it was futile as the robot was dead. Brio smashed his hand against the wall, cracking it.
What?
Biro, you killed it before it gave us answers.
Damn it, Biro.
A guy's lying on the street. Some punk's chopped off his head. I'm the only one who stopped to see if he's dead.
Oh god, that's such a good
He's
song.
dead.
Check out the M-Jokes playlist.
Yeah.
But yes, Biro smashed his hand against the wall, cracking it. Then he hit it again, and it smashed. Biro dropped into the jungle bellow and carried on.
Oh, okay.
Carry on, Biro.
Carry on, Biro.
My wayward.
All of our British
this
viewers-
fucking paragraph. What the fuck?
If we have like any 50-year-old British viewers, they know exactly what I'm talking about. So back in the rainforest, fuck these missing commas and lack of capitalization. Blah. Back in the rainforest, Crash had reached a huge plant that was developing Wumpa fruit. Crash picked one up and took a bite.
Hey guys, I guess I should have asked this before we started. What was the conflict of the story?
Uka-Uka's going to destroy the whole world unless Crash stops him. And also Cortex is going to help destroy
But
the world.
it seems like nothing's happening.
That's because Crash doesn't care.
That's
He doesn't
correct.
care
That's
about
because
things.
nothing's been
Oh.
happening.
So
Yeah.
So
they
either
can't-
in the next couple paragraphs, Crash is going to suddenly start to care and then stop him, or
Actually,
this story
can I-
doesn't have a conclusion.
Hey, can I spoil real quick, by the way? There are 3 more paragraphs and more than half of the chapter left.
Yeah, no, this story's just gonna end,
thank
incomplete.
That too.
Okay, so
Welcome to...
tasty, good for Yato.
Wow.
I love
that's
good
bad.
for Yato.
That's really bad.
Crash said to himself as he began to pick a few. An orange arm handed Crash another Wumpa fruit.
Oh, I see.
They're doing
It's
this
gonna be-
classic bit of
Yeah.
shtick.
We're back to Saturday morning.
Hilarious Looney Tunes shenanigans.
Yeah. Thanks!
Crash said, taking the fruit and turning to walk away. Then he stopped dead and slowly turned around, realizing the situation. He turned... Wait, what the fuck? He turned to see the torch-lit... Oh, you know what a torch is. Figure of Tiny Tiger.
Yeah, a torch, also known as a fire-lit stick.
And what's up, Doc?
Yeah, that's literally what this is.
Please tell me you're the waiter here.
Did I do that? Fucking Crash whimpered nervously. Smiling, Tiny shook his head as teeth sparkled in the moonlight. Having a wonderful time. You're not, like, what the fuck was that gonna be? Card in the corner, ain't smart.
We'll never know.
Crash began, but was smacked with full force across the jaw.
Ow!
That seems so understated for what just happened to him.
Yeah.
Ow.
Crash yelled, jumping to his feet and punching Tiny in the chest. Tiny looked down at it, then at Crash's face.
Bandicoot's best shot?
The tiger taunted before punching Crash in the jaw, throwing his left arm into his chest.
This Tiny's best shot.
Thanks. Thanks. Tiny roared, lifting his arm into the kill position.
Oh no, not the kill position.
Oh
the
boy,
kill
hey, it's
position.
everybody's favorite wet blanket, Aku.
Oh,
No, he's like this the whole chapter. He's like, guys, don't you know violence is bad? Also save the world.
I just gotta reflect on the kill position. Like,
Yeah,
there's
the
a
kill
way
position.
to position your arm for a punch where it's going to be deadly.
I mean,
it
Listen,
will kill them.
there's... Listen,
anyone who's
listen,
ever
guys,
got punched and like died in the ring got hit with exactly that punch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
listen, there's the kill position, the main position, and just the pain position.
Kill
Oh,
Position
man.
is the name of my new band.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, kill
Kill
position,
position is-
engage. It's like, that name sounds familiar.
Okay, so yeah, Aku. Don't do it, Tiny. You don't want to do it.
Is this like a Jedi mind
He's
trick?
the villain! What do you mean?
You
You
know
don't
I
want
had
to
to
do it?
do it to him.
You had to do it to him.
Aku yelled, suddenly arriving on the sense.
Oh, the sense.
No.
Delicious.
Can I
Sure.
slap my forehead hard enough for the mic to pick it up? Are you guys hearing this?
Yeah,
we're hearing it.
Your headset goes
Okay,
flying
cool.
across
We're
the room.
feeling it too.
Oh shit, I'm feeling it.
I'm gonna slap myself so hard it's gonna sound like a snapshot.
Piss off, dog breath.
Tiny yelled.
Cortex has filled you with so much violence, my angry friend. This isn't you. Not
Space comma.
really. Space comma.
Space comma space. Whoa. It's like
Man,
a
yeah.
new emoticon.
Yeah.
Tiny stared at Aku confused.
Aku is very
Yeah.
confused.
Steel Donut stared at Story confused.
I
Definitely.
mean, Tiny got filled with so much violence and now he just wants to go around killing things.
Yeah, that's why he knows the kill position.
I believe just by taking a quick scan of your brain that you used to belong to a little girl called Molly. You and Molly played every day, and because of your size, she called you Tiny.
Thanks.
Okay.
I don't... how
fucking
much of that came
thanks.
from Crash Bandicoot?
You know, it's
I don't
funny. I just realized I made a joke about, the... Well, I mean, it's not... Tiny Tim's not the only one to do the song, but that's the version everybody knows. And this guy's name is Tiny. Maybe he really
Yeah.
is Tiny Tim, There's a theory for you.
Who knows?
Whoa.
Or cares.
Are you saying that this story is not engaging, Bob?
Did you say that things that bother you? They never bother me.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know where I was going with that.
I don't know, man. You sound pretty bothered.
All I know is that this story is making me want to hold my arm in the kill
I feel very bothered
position.
by this story. I do not feel happy and fine.
Crash slipped away. Yeah, Crash slipped away, rising to his feet.
Then Cortex kidnapped you, tortured you, and turned you into the genetic mishap you are today.
Wow, asshole.
Yeah.
I guess I read this from your mind, so I'm just telling you your own backstory that you remember.
Yeah.
Back to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aku came closer to Tiny, and Tiny's expression changed to anger.
Cortex.
He growled.
Oh god, that was easy.
Oh, okay.
Help Crash and I stop Cortex. I will help you piece Togter. The past I cannot
Classic
read.
Whoa, Togter.
Togter, dude.
Togter, yeah.
I think I've seen them all, and then I see another one.
I mean, I'm kind of having the opposite experience. I'm having deja vu. I'm pretty sure I've seen Togter
Yeah, I
before.
feel like
I've
I've
seen
seen
Togter in a
too.
fanfic before. Most people figure out how to spell that one correctly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most people.
Most people.
No,
This author isn't most people.
I'm not like the others.
Oh, I figured that out.
I do have a question, though. Do you think when this person was writing this, they were like, people are going to enjoy reading this?
Sadly, probably,
No.
yeah.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
How do they delude themselves that way?
I mean, people delude themselves about a lot of things, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Like, we've been
They
deluding
wrote it.
ourselves that we've been enjoying this.
they wrote it and they liked it, so therefore other people will like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It helps if you don't ever read it back.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that way you can just keep it in your mind what you think your story
That is a
reads like.
solid, yeah.
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 Tiny looked at Aku, hesitating with what to say next.
Come on, help us.
Crash said, smiling.
No.
Yeah, Crash had to come in and ruin it. Tiny roared, smacking Crash in the face again, knocking him to the floor. Tiny then picked up Crash and raised him above his head.
Tiny crush puny Bandicoot.
Tiny roared, throwing Crash into the rainforest, smashing many trees. Then after
Many
picking up a
trees.
branch, he hulked towards the battle-ravaged Crash.
Oh shit.
Oh, that reminds me
hulked.
whenever I would get those Yu Yu Hakusho tapes from the library, they would always have a commercial in the beginning for getting these super nice Dragon Ball Z battle-damaged figurines.
I love good battle
That
damage.
cost like a fucking fortune.
Yeah, probably.
Because they weren't toys. I mean, they were like big statues that were like hand-painted.
Shit was cool, bro.
Battle ravaged.
Battle-ravaged Crash, yeah.
Yeah, I just like that. Wow.
That one sold the most.
I think we've got sick band names, album names, and song names by this point.
Oh, for sure. It's like an
Yeah,
old school
unfortunately, we
just
don't have a
make an
good
album.
story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We don't even have a good story name. Crash Bandicoot, the Orgin.
I mean, it kind of tells you what you need to know. We've gotten the origin of a lot of great misspellings here.
I mean, this is
Yeah.
from 2004, yeah.
Yeah, this is the one that started it all. We theorized that in the earlier episodes.
Right. Okay. Must have nap.
Also, that's a 4. Nice.
Oh yeah, not 1, not 3, but 4.
Crash groaned, lying on a broken trunk. Oh, just like when he sleeps. He placed his hands on the branch and pushed himself up, space, comma. A branch hit Crash sideways across his face, knocking him in that direction. Throwing the branch aside, Tiny jumped
direction
high
of
into
his
the air
face?
and rocketed down to Earth. Crash rolled to the left as the huge being slammed into the ground next to him. Tiny threw a punch at Crash's face and knocked him to the ground.
I'm glad that
Lessons
Tiny has
learned.
learned how to jump.
Tiny, don't do it.
God damn it. How about you use your
I'm
magic to
gonna do
stop...
it.
Like, I know you're like a weird... You're not a pacifist because you fought in the first chapter. So why don't you just do... Even if you don't want to kill him, just stop him with something besides verbal warfare. Aku pleaded, ignoring him completely. Tiny placed his foot on Crash's face, slowly pushing him into the ground. Tiny growled and smiled evilly.
Help me, Aku.
Nice.
Crash's muffled voice cried.
Tiny crush.
There was a crunch of leaves from the trees behind him, as huge forms stepped out of
As.
the bushes behind
As
him.
indeed.
Space period. It approached, and Tiny turned around. Are you sure he didn't span around?
Yeah.
Oh,
Has
it's
anyone
this
ever done the
character.
I guess somebody turned around is correct. I was gonna say, has anyone done a correct action, or has they been wrong every time, like span round?
I don't think anything in the story is correct.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's fair.
Like, I don't mean like
that's
grammatically. Something in the story may, in fact, be grammatically correct. I'm not sure. But nothing has been morally correct about this story.
Right.
Oh, that's also true. Yeah. Apart from bandicoots, Tasmanian tigers are my other favorite food.
The huge tiger began licking her lips. Tiny snarled and released Crash, turning to face the tiger.
And they're low in fat.
Got him?
Cool.
Got
Great.
him?
You're
mean,
very lean and fit.
Well, I mean, Purah stopped the mom from eating Crash because, bandicoots are high in fat, so it's calling back to that joke.
Oh.
But it's still not a got
It's
him
not
to Tiny.
funny, but it's a callback. It's not just a random line.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no,
It's a
fair.
callback I wish hadn't happened, but
Yeah. I mean, it's a callback that has as much effect as a random line.
That's true.
The tiger roared, pouncing on Tiny and knocking him to the floor. Purah hurried over to Crash, who was gasping for breath on the floor. You okay? Purah asked,
You okay,
looking
lady?
with concern at Crash.
Fine! Get me out of here!
Get me out of here! Crash replied. Purah offered his back to Crash. Oh. Hey, Crash climbed on.
Here, you can have this.
Oh, okay then.
Let us
I will
pause
take
this riff for a little bit of yiff. And Crash climbed on. Purah ran to where Aku was and lay Crash on the floor. Purah's mother was giving it her all to keep Tiny on the floor. He grabbed hold of one of her sabers, if she's a saber-toothed tiger, and viciously ripped it off. Ripped it
Jesus
off.
Christ, dude.
That
Hold
is
on.
a huge uptick
Chill.
in violence.
Escalating.
Yeah,
Jesus.
holy fuck.
How
Why?
far
Fucking
does this
chill, bro.
escalate? Come on, continue. I want to see how far this escalates.
Viciously ripped it of before uppercutting her, smashing many teeth. The tiger steeped backwards and roared in pain. Tiny jumped to his feet as the tiger swiftly ran at him and her mouth opened. Tiny countered by again punching her across the jaw. He grabbed her head and sunk his teeth into her neck, ripping out a section of throat. The widened eyes of
Why?
a horrified Purah filled
What
with
is
tears.
happening?
What the fuck?
Hell yeah.
Like,
Hell no!
Violence.
basically,
Gritty
imagine,
Has
reboot.
escalated.
imagine you were
Gritty
watching an
reboot.
episode
Violence.
of, let's
Keep
say, what's a
being
real,
such a gritty
like
reboot.
Digimon, some just absolutely garbage children's show, and then all of a sudden it turns into like fucking Genocyber, and it's like super gory and violent. It's like, what the fuck?
We started Saturday morning, we skipped Saturday afternoon, and went straight to Saturday night.
Yeah.
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 This
It's
time.
definitely not all right for fighting, I'll tell you what.
Mom, he screamed. Tiny spat out the section of throat and licked his blood, space-smeared lips.
Jesus
blood hyphen
fucking
space
Christ.
smear.
We're gonna get the word of the story here. You monster! Purah yelled, charforing.
Wow.
A
Let's
number.
That's powerful.
That's
And notice that
anywhere
G
near the
is
four.
not anywhere near 4.
How did
Nope.
they do what? How? How did they do that?
Yelled charforing towards him, head
Hey,
first.
Yella, do they have like different keyboards over
No.
here for some
No.
people?
Guys.
Like France?
No,
No, guys,
Dvorak.
I have
I
this.
get
No,
it.
I have this figured out, guys.
I get it. I think I also know it. Go ahead, Bob.
For real.
yeah.
For the first time, I can basically confirm that's T9.
That's T9.
It is 2004. It is 2004.
Yeah,
This was typed on a phone.
that answers a lot of questions, but at the same time, it raises one really big question for me, which is, if you have to struggle through T9 in order to write your fucking story, wouldn't you try a little harder to make it interesting?
No, that's like a bunch of layers of thought up the pyramid of being a competent writer.
Uh-huh.
And this author isn't up there. They just
No.
think, I have idea, let story flow.
And so they T9 the shit out of it.
They T9, they don't read it back. They
For
probably,
our younger viewers who don't know what T9 is, which is probably most of our
For the
viewers,
entire
actually,
audience who doesn't know
Yeah.
what T9 is.
I mean, T9 is like if you open up your phone app, like the little, if you're dialing a phone number and you see the letters down there, back in the day when
Send a
we didn't have
text.
smartphones, you had to like press, like if you wanted to get the letter B, you'd have to press 2 multiple times to get to B. And so
Yeah, and then they added...
if you were to press forward once instead of twice, you would get a 4 instead of a G.
Yeah. And then eventually they added autocomplete to where you could T9 a little bit quicker.
A little bit quicker, yeah. Which I'm assuming this was written in 2004. You said
2004, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they had autocomplete, but it's not perfect.
The best. That's
But
incredible.
no, they probably like typed this in English class and then submitted this and posted this in between English and their next class. So no, they didn't.
Probably.
They didn't look back at it or anything.
Yeah.
For God's sake, Aku, do something.
Crash begged.
For God's sake, Crash, do something.
That's because there's a letter missing.
rest
Usually
of
you
us
put
said.
something else after that G.
No violence is not.
Aku began.
Oh my god.
What's it going to take, man?
That's a fair question,
That's what
actually.
we're all asking.
Crash yelled angrily. Purah jumped at Tiny, showing his pathetic little tiger cub fangs. Tiny violently smacked him to the ground. He grabbed Purah and threw him against a tree. As Tiny ran towards him, he was intercepted by Crash, who slid underneath his feet, making him lose his balance. Crash kicked Tiny in the head, hoping to knock him out. The brute attempted to stagger to his feet. Crash span round, knocking him to the floor. He turned his head to the injured Purah.
Injured.
There's a lot there that I like.
Yeah.
A lot I don't like.
In an ironic way. I like the sliding under his feet.
Yeah, that's how you
there's
trip
not much
somebody. You
there
have them
between your
step
feet and the
all
ground.
over you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a freaking doormat.
Yeah.
But, yeah, okay. Injured, I like that.
What am I, a
Injured is very
freaking
good.
banana peel or something?
Get out of here, go!
He yelled, acknowledging... at least Crash is trying to be a hero now.
Yeah, no, that's
also,
Finally.
this is how you write someone's name. Acknowledging crashes. Crashes, like plural of the act of crashing. Crash's screams. Purah ran towards Aku. Crash turned his head back topwards. The flying down... Oh my god.
Topwards.
Crash turned his head back topwards. The lying down Tiny, who was panting for breath. Crash cried out in rage and kicked Tiny many times. I feel like I've been kicked many times.
Crash is so small, he's gotta, aim his head up to even look at Tiny when Tiny is lying down.
Yes.
That's wild.
I don't know.
Topwards.
Yeah.
Topwards.
That's what
Yeah.
Sotopolis.
Do yourself a little favor, meathead. Don't get up.
What if I don't want to do myself a little favor, huh?
Go literally fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Fuck
Myself.
yourself, coward.
Yeah, exactly.
Crash yelled. He was now kicking with all his power. The fronts of his leather shoes had been worn out and he was gasping for breath.
He's just kicking Tiny as Tiny's just lying there. Just
When did he get
Oh my
shit?
god, it's like the
breath.
fucking opening of Wild at Heart.
You're just a stuffed little lackey, you little
Stop.
bat.
Stopped.
Stopped.
Damn.
Stubbed.
Shut up, Bandicoot.
Uppercutting Crash, sending him flying across the clearing. Tiny ran across and dived at him.
Crush.
He roared angrily. Crash waited for the blow and tensed himself up.
I love when people waited for.
Yeah, dived is what you say when you're diving into the water. You dived into the water,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, is
Or when
he,
you're
like-
diving up out of the ground, like in End Book 1, which I watched last night.
exactly. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
dived.
Caught in the corner.
I see the light.
Haha. Crash, I can't tell if it's supposed to be a joke or not. It's gotten so serious all of a sudden. Crash
Yeah,
groaned.
like-
Yeah. Like
Purah's mom died, and then it went back to
got fucking
not
her
comedy,
throat
but just
ripped off.
getting thrown through trees with no.
yeah, like a fucking Marvel
wounds.
movie. It turned into a Marvel movie.
Yeah, basically.
But no, it's like, I remember someone once said about Marvel movies, they're just like, oh, Marvel movies, it's just, people, it's just a bunch of 2 fucking hours of people getting smashed through walls. And one guy said, to be fair, I never get tired of watching fights where people get smashed through walls. And it's like, you know what? You might be
You're
right.
not wrong.
You might
You're
actually
not
just
wrong.
have solved the problem.
Yeah.
There is no problem.
I mean, that's like across fight scenes. That's not a shorthand, but if you want to have action, but you don't want to have injuries, people just throw each other around.
And smash
Yeah.
through
No
walls.
one ever gets hurt getting thrown around.
Yeah. And so it's like, yeah, I think that's Marvel's winning formula. People smash through walls.
It never
it's
gets old,
entertaining to
is
watch.
the thing. Yeah, it never gets old. It's always fun.
I mean, it works for the wrestling.
Yeah.
Throwing through tables and stuff, yeah.
Well,
That's why
ironic,
with
it's great.
Aquaman, DC like overcompensated by having, every fight scene consist of nothing but that.
Oh my god.
Literally, there must be like a couple hundred walls that get smashed through.
Aquaman did that fucking thing where it's like not an action scene, it's like a talking scene, and then boom,
interrupted,
like suddenly an action scene as fast and sudden and loud as possible, and they did that like 5 times.
Yeah, there's 5 separate instances of people having a quiet conversation, and then something smashes through a wall into them.
That shit gives me a headache when it happens. Like, it's so fucking annoying.
Well, you know what really gave me a headache in that movie? The fucking butchering of Africa by Pitbull.
Oh, God,
Why
yeah.
is Pitbull still a thing? He's like 70 years old now. We don't need him doing soundtrack songs. He's not relevant. Nobody likes him. Just fuck.
But
Stop.
he's Mr.
Like the
Worldwide.
guest rapper.
He's
in his
Mr.
own
Worldwide.
song.
Yeah,
He is Mr.
Can we make him Mr. Planetwide and just send him to the fucking moon? Or, I'm sorry, Planetwide would be Mars. Yeah, let's make Pitbull the first man on Mars. Don't give him a radio.
Mr. Universe.
Yeah.
Then again, I think there already is a Mr. Universe.
I mean, remember that whole South Park thing with the biggest douche in the universe? They have the douche contest, and I think it was Jonathan Edwards wins it. I think, if I remember correctly.
Well, that's because
That guy's a douche
Pitbull
fan.
hasn't released that Africa song yet.
Hey, guys, just to bring it back, this story is pretty stuffed.
It is pretty stuffed.
Stuffed is that's a word.
It's a moment in time.
Okay. I see the light.
Yeah, Crash groaned. Opening his eyes, the light approached him and darkened into Aku Aku. Crash glanced to the floor and saw paralyzed Tiny. He fucking snapped his neck?
How?
Or no, Aku. I think Aku finally did something.
Oh.
Yeah, Aku finally did something. Read the dialogue.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. Violence is never the answer, but justice is the right course of action.
What?
This doesn't mean I'll be making a habit of it, okay?
Huh,
I will
hilarious.
not always help you when you're in danger, Crash.
I waited to act until after a child's mother was brutally murdered.
Yeah, and even then I was reluctant.
That's a hero.
I waited until the child was also brutally injured.
And you.
And
Yeah?
Like, what the fuck, Aku Aku?
Aku calmly told Crash, who was still looking at Tiny, the brute was slightly twicting in his state of total paralysis.
Twicting?
Who isn't in this
Twicting.
day and age?
I'm twitching right now reading this.
Yeah. I didn't want to kill him, so instead I went Johnny got his gun and just made him paralyzed for life.
Oh
Tiny
my
got
God.
his gun.
Tiny got it. Oh no.
Damn.
I do want to say I'm live twicting this.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Yellow's the Neil deGrasse Tyson of the channel.
Oh my God.
Yeah, nice misspelling. Did you ever go to fucking school? I have no idea what his live tweet sessions look like. I assume he just sits there and insults.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Thanks.
Crash turned to Aku and faintly forced a smile. Aku did the same, then the silence that followed was broken by the sobs of Purah, who was hugging his mother's carcass on the other side of the
my
clearing.
God. Carcass.
Yeah, not a corpse, she's just an animal now. Took a deep breath and walked up to Purah.
Hey, this is not a question,
Oh
so...
no.
Hey, you okay?
You're good.
Oh my God, Crash.
Just letting
Crash
you know you
asked
are
softly.
okay.
Purah didn't
What
turn
a
away from his
cock.
mom.
Pura, we're heading back to Cortex Island.
That was a real challenge there.
Okay.
You did it good. Crash told Purah. So,
Yeah,
Purah said,
fair.
angrily.
Oh, Angry
Lee.
Lee.
Angry. Damn.
Lee.
That's the final stage of being angry.
Yeah, there's anger, angry, angry, and angry Lee.
Angry
And then angrily.
Yeah.
Damn, it's like some Pokemon evolution.
Yeah,
or
that's
some shit.
evolution, yeah.
I think the Somali. Then in second gen, I think they added Angie.
Oh,
The
Yeah.
little baby
Yeah.
form.
The baby form, yeah.
Yeah. Angie.
Come with us. Get revenge for your mom.
I mean,
Let's
or,
not
sorry,
even
he can
bury
just-
her.
Yeah, he can just kill his mom's murder is right there.
Isn't he dead?
Twisting
I guess
on
he's
the
still
floor.
alive. I guess he's
He's paralyzed.
No, yeah, he's twicting.
Twicting.
Paralyzed.
Yeah, he's still twicting.
Dumbstruck.
There was a silence as Purah cried over his mom, then wiping away his tears, he turned to Crash with a look of confidence. I'm in, Purah said. Crash smiled and laughed slightly.
Hacker voice.
Don't
I'm in.
fucking... Also, I like capital S slightly.
Yeah.
I just saw that.
Yeah.
Your mom's
Welcome to the team.
Aku Aku said to Purah, space period.
God,
dead. Rest in peace, your mom.
This is
Your mom's
handled-
dead.
This is handled so damn poorly.
And I let her die.
Not painfully, horribly even. She had a fucking tooth ripped out before she died.
Yeah, and then her
I
throat
let it
got
happen.
ripped out too.
9:00 AM, Glacier Island.
9
That's
semicolon.
So Glacier Island. A huge crocodile surfaced from under the sub-zero water, climbing out onto the ice, taking a yawn. Suddenly a gun was fired and a bullet slammed into its side. The bullet then erupted into an electric shock, and the crocodile collapsed. Kong shortly afterwards stepped out onto the ice and picked up the crocodile. Promotion, here I come.
Promotion.
I believe I quote our boy SpongeBob when I say, I'm ready. Promotion.
Can we please finish this paragraph?
Can we get two more words?
Yeah. Yeah, Haprazied himself.
Promotion is beautiful, but Haprazi.
Haprazied.
Promotion sounds like one of those like meme man things, like stonks.
Yeah, stonks.
Stonks.
Whenever you do
Promotion.
good in your business, promotion.
Yeah. To be continued, except it won't
To be
be.
continued, except
Yeah.
not next.
And this is actually exactly like the opening cutscene of the game, so just play the game if you want to see the rest.
Yeah. Also,
Whoa.
next, which will never happen, but next, Project Dingo Dial. What exactly is this creature? Cortex is determinated to create and tame it.
Determinated.
You
Yeah,
are out of
Detroit.
steam, author.
Also, Crash confronts Tikimon, the totem god of sacrifice.
Yeah. I'd say it's the worst
God, and
Digimon,
none of
but
that
there's
happened
always
next,
a worse
huh?
Digimon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tikimon was just like a tiki torch, like it didn't even look different.
It was just a tiki torch that they carried
I'm
around.
glad that
Tikimon
we-
Go.
I'm glad that we got some good words at the end. Promotion, Hyprazied, Detrimind.
The teacher came out to yell at our author to get into the damn classroom, and they were like, I'll be there in 1 second. And they just mashed out this final little note.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get their story done.
All right.
We have
But
reviews.
Oh, God.
this is the same guy who wrote another story that was 25,000 words and still couldn't even finish that one.
Dang.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So,
We
chapter
have
4.
10 reviews.
Starting at the bottom.
Now we're
Red
here.
Wall Girl too lazy to log in.
Wait, what?
Oh my god, good start. Holy crap, this rocks. You must write more. Can't wait to see Chitu, Engine being my fav character. I hope the second chapter is as great as this one. ! Space period tilde.
Tilda
And then
RG.
Yeah.
Tilde RG.
Why do people insist on lying so much?
I don't know, Bob.
I don't know, but here's Red Wall Girl's, husband, I guess, Lord Red. They rule the kingdom of Red.
The Crimson Court.
Yes, the Crimson Court, exactly. Even though I only read chapter 1, the story is awesome. However, you might want to give Dingo Dial more dialogue. Yeah, that was the problem.
Yeah, man, that was the real issue.
And yeah. You better get some better grammar and some better plots.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the rest of this review.
Otherwise, best story of all of them, except for mine, of course.
Let me just open
And
that
then-
in a new tab.
And then Lord Red gave who wrote the story again? Gave A. Kof Marvel Reborn the Crimson Curse.
EIC of Marvel Reborn, who's going to show up pretty soon in their own review section, but
Hooray.
Oh man, this guy also writes a only Crash Bandicoot fanfiction.
Crash Lover, who said,
No, leave me
wow,
alone.
really good. Please keep going. I can't wait to hear more.
No.
Is Coco going to show in this story? Just wondering. Good job!
The author jumps in to say, yes, Coco is going to show in the next few chapters. which should be on Fanfic. Either next week or the week after that, new end parentheses, keep reading.
Also, Ethier, not either. And also, gonna show, so is she gonna be pregnant? Or did he just mistype it? Anything goes with this author.
Who knows?
That was on August 6th. This story was last updated October 25th of 2004 both times. So there was an old chapter 4 that went down and then was re-uploaded, potentially, because the updated only changes when you add a new chapter.
Right, it doesn't update when you change a chapter.
Right, so the previous chapter 4 was removed and put back up. It could be the same. It could maybe be different. I don't know. But the old archives of Turk. Isn't he from Scrubs?
Yeah, he's the guy from Scrubs.
Turk. Well, you certainly have an interesting tale going on.
No.
Parentheses, you included engine. Hardly anyone does that anymore. What? Okay.
Anymore?
It's just that the
2004.
spelling and the grammar isn't really all that great, and the paragraphs are squished together, so it's kind of hard to read without getting eye strain.
Oh, that's
a word of advice. Start a new paragraph whenever someone says something. Like so.
Semicolon.
Blah, 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 person 1. Descriptive sentences go here. Blah, 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 said person 2.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. I mean,
He ain't
accurate
wrong.
advice. He ain't wrong. I can't stress this enough among fan fiction writers. Without following this rule, the paragraphs become large and hard to read. Other than that, good job.
Get good at
Okay,
writing or
lost
stop.
me there.
I can't stress this enough among fanfiction writers.
Now, if only...
Actually, don't get good, because then we don't have material.
Dang.
I mean, you can get good now. We've got like 20 years of material to go.
Yeah, there's a lot on the internet.
Well, why you little 35 says, great story, but please separate it a lot more.
That's what it's called.
Very hard to read. But other than that, very funny. It made me laugh out loud a lot. And I don't Usali do that. Keep up the good work.
You know, this reminds me of when Ralph the Movie Maker covered Redacted.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, they created a show that makes nobody laugh except this guy. It was the guy from the behind the scenes who was talking about how much he loved.
Nice.
They created a story that made nobody laugh except this guy.
If this makes you laugh a lot, then you probably laugh a lot more than you think you do.
You probably laugh at everything.
Yeah.
Hey, don't throw me under the bus like that.
If you laugh at this story, you'll laugh at anything.
Hey, Matt. Funny sentence.
He said a funny sentence. That actually made me laugh harder than anything in this story did.
I swear to God, I have such a fucking Pavlovian response. Every time you bump your mic stand, I look over at my guitar to make sure nothing hit it.
I'm slapping my desk out of the funny.
Oh, man.
Alien Child says, "Update, damn it! This is a good crash story."
No.
No.
A.O. Bomber says, great story. Uka Uka seems out of character in the first chappy when he swears.
Oh, somebody said
That-
Chappie. What the fuck?
That gave me
it's been
cancer.
a
That gave me
while.
legitimate
It's been
cancer.
a while since I've seen
Fuck
Chappie.
me.
Yeah, a
It's been
chappie in the wild, you know.
It's been a while since I got cancer.
Yeah.
I like this
Yeah.
story. Adds it to fave. Oh, asterisk. Adds it to faves. Asterisk.
So they wrote this for chapter 1. Like A. Obama wrote this on chapter 1. I wonder how they feel then about the fact that, you know, Uka is very out of character because he swears. I wonder how he will feel, or they will feel, when Crash talks and
It's me,
bloody
Crash fucking
murder
Bandicoot.
happens. Fucking bloody murder happens.
Yeah.
Crash the fucking Bandicoot.
Yeah. So McGee's Jabberwock says, you know what? This is one of the funniest Crash Bandicoot stories ever. Except for maybe the ones Lord Red does.
Oh,
You're
man.
really talking up Lord Red.
Simp it up
Lord
for
Red.
our boy Lord Red.
Yeah. I'm interested now.
Yeah.
Did Lord Red?
Your grammar is hilarious.
What?
It is.
Very backhand.
His grammar is hilarious. The part that
His
made me laugh was
grammar
his
is kind
bad
of
grammar.
funny, I guess, but I don't think that was supposed to be the funny part.
Is this a compliment or not?
Yeah, that would be like if I said, like, you know, Bob, you make great videos. Your face is hilarious. It's like,
Yeah, like what?
thanks?
I love your stupid face. I love seeing it on the camera.
I love
it's
how
so stupid.
fucking-
It's so funny.
like it'd be like, I love how fucking ugly you are. Like,
Well, that one there I can tell.
I love, yeah, I like, I love watching your videos. Your opinions are so shit.
yeah, right.
Yeah. I laugh every time you speak.
It's hilarious how wrong you are about everything.
Your voice is so stupid.
Like, it almost hurts to listen to, but it's funny, so I can manage. Your grammar is hilarious, as is the bit where Crash swears at Aku Aku.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you do find parts of the story that they intended to be funny. Do you think the bad grammar was intentional?
Maybe? I don't know.
It was hilarious.
And put a new paragraph after each line of dialogue.
No, I think they said the grammar is hilarious. They just meant like your prose is hilarious. They think grammar just
maybe.
means writing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's
what it means after
too.
all.
And then
I thought it was
5
really
years
funny, but it
later-
was still hard to comprehend because there
It's
wasn't
bad.
enough paragraph breaks.
And then
Don't just say it's bad.
And look at this, dude. Fucking 6 years later, the Shari on top. Crash Guy 1. The story is okay, but I think you need to brush up on your history of Crash Bandicoot a little. First off, Pinstripe is a Patoro, not a kangaroo. And you misspelled one of Cortex's assistants' names. It's Brio, not Bureau. So try at least make your story a little more accurate, okay? P.S. I let you know if I notice something else wrong.
And he was on chapter 4. He never noticed anything else wrong.
Yeah, there was nothing else
There was
wrong
nothing
with the
else
story.
wrong there.
That's
You
the
also
only
didn't
mistake.
notice that it was like 6 years earlier and unlikely to be updated.
Yeah.
Well, Jamie, because it's easier than saying whatever this horrible username is even supposed to be. Jamie, your story sucks.
Stories.
And also, looking at your profile, you do not spell height, Heghit.
Oh.
And you do not spell
Heghit.
weight.
Heghit.
Lest you think that was just a
Heghit
mistype. You don't
and
spell weight.
Weghit.
Weghit.
Guys, it's Heghit and Weghit.
Get in a way.
All I have to say, I want to end this shit on a high note, so fucking sitting like a shrimp. Shrimp over your fucking keys.
So good. It's so good.
Oh god.
Sitting like a shrimp.
Yeah.
Connor, you're a genius.
Thanks for watching. We're halfway through 2020 and the SDC wouldn't have made it this far without the help of our patrons, especially our Platinum D-holes, Dr. Faust, ODST795, Polly Hebert, and Stannis the Manus. We've got big things planned in the future, and if you want to hear about it early, joining the Patreon and the public Discord are great ways to support us and get involved. Stay safe, y'all.